Number 1 said to write the compound words and read them to a friend. Now, a compound word is when you put 2 or more words together to make a new word. So I went ahead and combined my 2 parts to make my compound words. The first word says outside. The next word says outboard, which means it's on the outer edge of usually a boat. So as you can see here, this is an outboard engine. Then you probably know what an outline is, an outfit. An outlaw is going to be someone who breaks the law. Then you have outdoors. An outbreak is usually used when you're talking about illnesses. For example, we have an outbreak of COVID-19 right now. Outskirts is usually used when you're talking about places or towns. So you would hear, I'm located on the outskirts of Roanoke, which would mean I'm right outside of Roanoke. An outburst is going to mean like when a person gets angry, they have an outburst. And then finally, an outfield is something that you have in a baseball field. Part 2 asks you to add the missing letters, and it says to choose from ER, IR, or UR, which all make the sound So really it was testing whether you knew how to spell the words in each sentence. So the first sentence says, Ken came first and I came third in the foot race, and both would use IR. The second sentence says, we are going to the circus on Thursday evening. Circus uses IR and Thursday uses UR. The third sentence says, the girl in the blue skirt has long, curly hair. Skirt uses IR and curly uses UR. And actually, they threw in another one in there at the beginning. Girl also has IR. The fourth sentence says, Bill has a pet bird and his sister has a pet turtle. Bird has IR and turtle uses UR. The last sentence says, my purple balloon burst with a loud bang. Purple and burst both use UR. Part 3 was probably really easy. It says to unscramble the letters to name each picture. So the first picture was turtle with a UR. The second picture was shirt with an IR. The third picture was shark. So they threw in that AR sound of R. The next picture is flower, so that OW makes the ow sound, as well as the last picture is crown. So again, you're hearing that ow sound with the OW. The next section was testing your spelling of words. So the first sentence says, an orange is sweet, but a lemon is sour. So there's that ow sound again, but this time it's with an OU instead of an OW. So you should have filled it in as SOUR. The next sentence says, you put food into your mouth. There's that ow sound again with an OU. The third sentence says, Mom carries her money in a purse. There's that sound we went over up above, and it's a UR. The next sentence says, the farmer has a large herd of cattle. Again, we have the sound, but this time it's with an ER. Now, herd is a homophone, so if you want to see what the other version of that homophone is, you should go check out the video on our YouTube channel called Dear Dear. It's a read-aloud I did of a homophone book. The last sentence says, I threw the ball high and Greg caught it. And caught is spelled C-A-U-G-H-T. The last section was also about spelling, and I will admit I'm not exactly sure how you were supposed to fill in the box part. So if you figured it out, please go to Office 365 and post what you did in the student work folder so that I can see how it was supposed to be done. But what I did is I looked at the word marvelous, and I wrote all of the words that I could see that I could spell from that word, and I wrote them, so you can see I wrote them on the side and the bottom, and I tried to fit them together in the 4 squares where there were 3-letter words, 4-letter words, 5-letter words, but I couldn't get them to line up. So maybe you were better than Miss Keener, so please let me know if you figured that out. The first part of the second page of the word factory asked you to add the missing vowels. So the first sentence said, our family went for a vacation. So when you say the word went, you should hear the sound, which is an E. Vacation uses a long A-cation, so it says its name. The second sentence says, the man drove his truck, which has the U sound, to the top of the hill, so it has the I sound, which is an I. The third sentence says, we saw sand crabs, which is an A, and seashells, so the sound is an E, at the beach. The next sentence says, Sally ate, so there's that sound again, which is an E, the table for dinner, dinner, which is an I. The last sentence says, James has a box, is an O, of toys under his bed. Is the U sound. Section 2 had you connect letters to make words. So I went ahead and wrote the words that I found. I found clown, girl, turf, stir, cloud, down, bird, and loud. And you can trace my lines if you want to see how I found those. Now I'm sure that you probably found a lot of other combinations. So again, I want to see what other word options there were. So please go ahead and post what other words you found into the student folder on Office 365 so I can see how you all did on it. Section 3 told you to add either OU or OW, which remember both make the sound ow. So the first sentence says, a crowd gathered in the middle of the town, and both have OW. The second sentence says, there were 1,000 people all shouting loudly, and that uses OU. The third sentence says, the clown is wearing baggy green trousers. Clown is OW, trousers is OU. The next sentence says, the cowboy is rounding up the herd of brown cows. And rounding uses OU and brown uses OW. And the last sentence says, it takes us 1 hour to drive to the mountains, and both use OU. The next section is asking for rhyming words. So for flower, I put power, sour, and tower. For the word how, I put now, cow, and pow. For the word growl, I put scowl, owl, and howl. For the word town, I put clown, down, and frown. And for the word hour, which is really the same as flower, I put flower, hour, and shower. And if you notice, the flower I put under hour is a homophone of the flower that they had in the first column. Now this is another activity that there were probably a lot of other answers that you could have written down. So again, I want to see your ideas that you had, so please go post them into the student work folder on Office 365. The last section you had to unscramble different kinds of flowers, and they bolded the first letter. So the first flower is poppy, then you have rose, the third is daisy, then lily, and the last was daffodil.